Donald Trump is your president, but I go back. I don't know anybody that knows him from before my time. I know him from New York Military Academy. We lived together. That's Donald Trump right there next to me. The handsome one is Donald Trump. We graduated 55 years ago, which is longer ago than any of the women in this room have been on this planet. He's a man of energy. He's a man who was an athlete. And I have to debunk, and I've become activated when they started calling him a bigot, when they started calling him a bully, and when they started saying he's not so bright. And I want to debunk these things because we're in dangerous times. I mean, we can kind of almost laugh at how crazy and stupid these people are on the other side. But think about it for a second. You know, we hear about the idea that Donald Trump, we hear about their ideas. Their ideas, what are their ideas? They want to give free medical care. They want to give money. They want to give everything to illegal immigrants, right? Okay, that's crazy. What else do they want to do? They want to get rid of borders. They want to make it legal to come across the border. That's crazy. But put the two together for a second. Put the two together, what do you get? There's not going to be anybody left in Mexico. There's not going to be anybody left in Central America if they can just come across the border and get everything life has to offer. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Put the two together, open borders, and we support them. Why would anybody stay down there? It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. Let's take a look at them and then take a look at Donald Trump. First of all, when we went to New York Military Academy, our entrance examination was an IQ test. That's what we had to write. Hey guys, I'm telling you something you haven't heard before. We accepted, not we, the Academy, New York Military Academy, accepted 1 out of 7 based on their IQ scores. That's how we got in. We were 1 out of 7 of the applicants, the brightest of those that were applying. Look at this picture of Donald Trump. You see the star that's up there on his collar?
Yeah. Great star. Yeah.
That's a gold star. You either had bronze, silver, or gold. If you're a gold star, that means that at least for that semester, he was an A student. He was in the top 10 of his class. This is not a stupid person by any stretch of the imagination. Our classes were 12 students at the most. Some classes like math, we had 5 with some of the best teachers in the world. So when they start saying he's not so bright, believe me, it's the people that are saying they're not so bright that weren't so bright. Thank you. Then they said he was a bully. I lived with this man. We were seniors together. It wasn't like high school. It was New York Military Academy. We were in the barracks. I was his platoon sergeant. He appointed me to be his platoon sergeant. There's 2 platoons in Company A. He had to keep firing the guy whichever guy was running the 2nd platoon, but for some reason I was there. And I was there for him the way that everyone else in my school and in a company was there for him, because he was a good guy. He really was one of those people that at age 17 he knew how to lead us, not through intimidation. Believe me, there were some captains of some companies that would put their troops, line them up in formation, and go up and knee somebody for nothing. Those were bullies. If you're ever going to be a bully, it's when you're 17 years old and you don't have the brains that you have later in life, the discretion you have later. If you're ever going to be a bully, it's when you're the captain of a company. If you're ever going to be a bully, it's when you're bigger than everybody around you, or most everybody around you. Now, I can't say that Donald Trump usually was not a bully. I can't say he hardly ever was a bully, because he was never a bully. God be my witness. I was there. I know what I'm talking about. This is a guy that doesn't have it in him. He's one of the kindest, most wonderful people that I ever knew on this planet. Thank God that we have him as President of the United States. And they called him a racist. This is a guy that, I mean, we went through the Cuban Missile Crisis together. He was in my class at the time that we were told that somebody came into our American history class and said that President Kennedy was shot. This is a man, we were boys, we were 17, but we were living a different kind of life. And I'm going to tell you, how much time do I have left?
As much as you want. Keep going.
Okay, I promise I'd be off in 10 minutes. But I got to tell you, they broke us. They broke us at New York Military Academy in our first year. He came into the school as a wise guy, as that word used to mean, not like mob kind of wise guy, but a wiseacre, whatever. He was a wise guy, I was a wise guy. Believe me, they broke us. They broke us with corporal punishment. It was tough those days. People would go to jail today for what happened to us in those days. But you know what? It worked. Donald Trump knew how to color between the lines because he was taught that. That's who he is. Think about it for a second. Think about it. Mueller, all these people that hate Donald Trump, you think they were looking for collusion with Russia? They were looking for him spitting in the subway. They were looking for any crime they could find. Anything. Anything, all the money, the millions that they spent. Think about it for a second. What did they find? Tell me, everybody, what did they find? How could it be possible? Who in the world could survive a test like that? How many people in this room could? They found nothing, and you know why they find nothing? Because he's clean. He knows how to draw between the lines. He knows how to build skyscrapers between the lines. Those fools, the ones, you know, George Bernard Shaw said, the punishment of a liar is not in the least that he cannot be believed, but rather that he cannot believe others. Think about that for just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that. The reason they thought they had an insurance policy was because they themselves are crooked. They are looking through a prism of what they are, not what Donald Trump is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for so much.